Cornerstone Retirement Partners presents Your Course to Retirement with Grand Rapids Certified Financial Planner Ron Corser and Nolan Gosley. Cornerstone Retirement Partners are planning today for the potential of tomorrow.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ron Corser, and I'm a financial advisor, senior management executive with Cornerstone Retirement Partners in Grand Rapids, Michigan. What I'd like to do today is tell you a little story that has to do with risk. Everybody is aware of risk in everything we do. You know, we know that as a young kid, I used to play a really weird game. It didn't seem weird at the time. It just seemed like fun, where we would go out and find a pond, and we would take turns seeing how far we could go out on that pond before we broke through the ice. Now, as I sit here today thinking about that, I think, man, that's one of the dumber things I did as kids. Now, I'm probably the one who did more dumb things than anybody else, but that was really dumb. But it was an exciting game. And when somebody else went through the ice, it was pretty funny, as long as they didn't go through head over heels. But risk is with us in everything we do. We are conscious about it, and sometimes on a subconscious level, we know about it. So let's talk about risk when it comes to investing your money, when it comes to creating a retirement income plan, when it comes to trying to figure out how much risk is appropriate for me. When markets are going up, we all know this. When markets are going up, everybody's a great risk taker because you just can't make a mistake if the markets are going up. Might as well take more risk. I hear it all the time. You got to make a little bit of money. You got to take a little bit of risk. The markets are good. Let's go back up and take more risk. Now, before we go any farther, if you want to have a conversation with us when we're done with this about risk, give us a call. It's 616-301-2581. That's 616-301-2581. Again, this is Cornerstone Retirement Partners, and I'm Ron Corser, a senior advisor with the firm. So we talk about risk. I'm going to tell you a little story, so bear with me. I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have a brother I dearly love who lives in Trenton, Michigan. It's about maybe 3 hours away from here, depending on how fast you drive. Now, on the expressway, the speed limit is 70 miles an hour. In the middle of June, when the markets or the roads actually are dry and the sun is shining, speed limit's 70, you can drive 70 miles an hour. A lot of people do. You can drive 50 miles an hour, and you'll aggravate a lot of people. Or you can drive 95 miles an hour. And I know people drive 95 miles an hour expressway because I've passed them a few times, and they really surprise me. So what happens if it's the middle of June and it's a sunny day and the pavement's dry? I'm going to go see my brother. It's about 3 hours there. I drive 95 miles an hour. One of three things is going to happen. Number one is a good thing. I'm going to get to see my brother sooner than if I was just driving a speed limit. Or number two, I'm going to meet a state employee who hasn't had his donut. He's going to bust me for reckless driving. Or number three, and maybe the worst outcome, is that I'll have a wreck. I won't kill myself. I'll just wreck everything and mess myself up. So those are the three options when you take risks. Now, let's take the same scenario. It's the middle of February. We live in Michigan. There's 8 inches on the ground of snow. 4 more is coming, and the snow's blowing sideways because the wind is blowing 30 miles an hour. I can still try to go 70 miles an hour, can't I? Because that's the speed limit. I can try to go 95, but most likely I'm going about 30 miles an hour behind an 18-wheeler, praying that he can see where he's going. Now, if I try to go faster, I'm going to end up probably on one side of the expressway or the other. So what's the purpose of this story? Well, let's consider this. Think about this. When it comes to risk, there's no one right way to deal with it. It depends on what's going on around us, what kind of environment we're in. The amount of risk you take or don't take depends on a couple things, doesn't it? Take what you're comfortable with. And that's really important. What kind of risk and how much are you comfortable with? And do you work with an advisor who will explain the risk to you? This is really important, ladies and gentlemen. You can ask somebody like me if you come into our office and we're looking at your current portfolio. You can say, Rod, is there a lot of risk there? And I have one or two ways to approach that answer. I can say, no, not too much. Well, not too much. Does that mean if the market goes down, will I lose 5% or 55% of my money? Or you can say, Ron, is there a lot of risk here? And I can say, let's take a look at some of the ways we actually can measure risk, just like a speed limit. We can tell you if you have more risk than the market, about the same amount or less, whatever you're comfortable with. So far, if we've kind of got your attention on how do you deal with risk in your portfolio, in your retirement life savings, give us a call at 616-301-2581. That's 616-301-2581, or go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there. We'll reach out to you and try to help you get the information you need to make great decisions. So in dealing with risk is it's really a personal issue. It's how much you're comfortable with. We've got a year this year that's been all over. I kind of talk about it as if it's Alice in Wonderland on street drugs. The market's been up and down. It's been down as much as 25%. I have no idea where it's going to stop. I have no idea when it's going to go back up, although I do believe ultimately it does. But the key is to know how much risk you have currently in your investment strategy, and hopefully you're working with an advisor that will really lay it out in terms that are understandable, but that you can measure. And if you're not getting this kind of help, if you're getting an answer of there's not too much risk in your portfolio, maybe you should give us a call at 616-301-2581. 616-301-2581. We can help you really dig into how much risk you really have in your investments, in your 401k, your 403b, IRAs, however you're saving money for retirement, however you're investing money. We can help you with that. Or you can go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. That's www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there, and we'll reach out to you and help you and get you the information you need. We'll help you make the analysis you need to really understand risk, how much risk you have in your investment portfolio, and what may or may not happen going forward, given the amount of risk you have. So I ask all of you to give us a call to do that, because risk management, when you really think about it, isn't managing risk the most important thing we do in our life? Think about it. We have health insurance because we don't want to risk going broke if something happens and we need to go to a doctor. We have life insurance in case one of us dies and we have to take care of the family. We have car insurance in case we have a wreck or somebody steals our car to cover that. We have all kinds of risk in our life, and we really go out of our way as human beings. All of us do it naturally to make that risk the smallest part of our life as possible. So if something goes wrong, it's not going to send us to the poorhouse. The same thing applies, the same kind of thinking applies to your retirement life savings. You're working hard now, you're putting money away for retirement, or you're in retirement. How do you make sure that money goes farther, lasts longer than just hoping that it does? So give us a call. We can help you measure the risk and understand the risk you have. But more importantly, we can help you develop a strategy that will help you take advantage, perhaps, of some of the risk that's out there. Because Wall Street's an interesting animal. Wall Street guys try to make money whether the market goes up or market goes down. As investors, we should always be aware that it's possible to preserve or make money when markets go down. It's also possible to preserve and make money when markets go up. So how do we preserve what we have and give us the best chance to have a positive gain over time? So give us a call at 616-301-2581. Again, I'm Ron Corser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. I look forward to hearing from all of you.
Tune into Cornerstone Retirement Partners' full radio program, Your Course to Retirement, Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock at News Radio WOOD, or visit cornerstone-rp.com for many valuable resources, including those mentioned on this show and other great episodes of Your Course to Retirement.
The content of this radio show is provided for informational purposes only and is not a solicitation or recommendation of any investment strategy. You are encouraged to seek investment, tax, or legal advice from an independent professional advisor.
Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group is solely an indication that the financial advisor has attended training provided by Ed Slott and Company, passed biannual examinations on material covered at conferences and in webinars, and met other membership requirements, and does not constitute an endorsement of any kind. Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group members pay a fee for the educational programs that allow them to be included in the Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group. Membership does not guarantee investment success. Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.
Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Any investments and/or investment strategies mentioned involve risk, including the possible loss of principal. Any comments regarding safe and secure investments and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products. They do not refer in any way to securities or investment advisory products. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals or growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.